Hi, my name is Melissa Martin. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Wean Green. We manufacture glass food containers and have been in business for over 15 years. I'm also an advisor at AWE, and one of my favorite things to talk about is sales, because without sales, we wouldn't have been around for 15 years. So thanks for joining me today. I'm going to talk to you about how to create a perfect pitch for sales, where I'm going to teach you how to sell your products like a fork. Have you ever wondered what it was like before the fork was invented? Did you know knives were invented before forks? Just imagine a family gathered around a crackling fire, cooking their food and then savoring their hot, juicy meat with their bare hands. It's a messy affair with fingers likely getting burned, and my worst concern, the germs from our hands finding their way into our food. Although forks were still uncommon at the beginning of the 17th century in the American colonies, they were starting to be introduced. Can you imagine the first person in the 17th century that was super hyped because they wanted to sell you a fork? I can't imagine it would be as easy as selling candles to 21st century women. But if you think about it, forks must have had one heck of a sales pitch. How do you think that sales pitch started? Maybe it went like this. Here, buy this metal-pronged sword thing to eat food. Or buy this pokey contraption to be cool like your friends. Neither of those sound very compelling, are they? Let's check out a quick video from someone I am almost certain can sell a fork in the 17th century, Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx.
And then the next thing I would say is it's really important to differentiate yourself. I say that more than anything. You've got to get to the point and you've got to give the what's in it for them very concisely and very quickly. So with differentiating yourself, I'll use an example. I always say you've got to differentiate. You've got to tell the person or the world why you're unique and why you're different very clearly and concisely. Then you have to let them know why you're unique and different in comparison to other options they may have. And then you need to let them know why that matters to them. So I'll use my own journey and just give you the example. I also say it's really important to sell the problem you're solving, not just the product. So I'll take my Spanx. So when I first invented Spanx, if I were to plug in this equation and how important it was, the first thing I said to the buyer or anybody, if I was in the media, if I got a chance to be on the news, I would say, do you have, you know how women have things hanging in their closet that we have no idea what to wear under? And then they would nod. And so I immediately started with the problem, creating the problem that I'm now about to solve. Then I would say, and then you know how our undergarment options, they're not that great. You have regular underwear that leaves a panty line that you can see, or these very thick, heavy-duty girdles that are too thick under your beautiful clothes or your nice slacks and leave lines on your legs. Okay? Then I've just given them the options that are dysfunctional, and then I tell them, well, I've just invented this product and look what it does. It meets in the middle of the options that are out there, and here's why it's going to be important to you. Here's why it's going to matter. You're going to be able to wear white, you're going to be able to wear cream, you're finally going to be able to wear all the fabrics in your closet that you don't wear anymore, and you're going to look amazing. You're going to have no lines. So then I would give the what's in it for them. But that's just a quick example, and I like to start with the problem that I'm solving. Right. Have them just sort of invest in it with you, and then why the other options aren't so great. People need to know from you, you're the only one that can do it, why you're their best choice.
So as Sarah mentioned in the video, learning how to communicate what problem we are solving is one of the first things that we need to move our customers through the customer life cycle. Sarah focuses on selling the problem that our company's products are solving, instead of just selling the solution. How can we do this? We need to start with these three questions. What is the problem? What are the alternative options? And what is your solution and why is it better than everyone else's? Can you answer these three questions about your business already? Take a moment to write that down. Let's go back to forks. So what is the problem that a fork is trying to solve? The problem is that we're currently using our fingers to eat hot and messy food. What are the alternative options? Remember, it's the 17th century. We don't have a ton, but we know we have the knife. It's been invented. We have a spear and maybe a spoon. What we would need to do would be to create a detailed competitive analysis to determine all of the alternative options and the problem that they claim to solve. And then lastly, we would say what our solution is. Well, our solution is to use a fork. So together, we are going to pitch our fork to the buyer at HBC. Let's try it this way. Have you ever been trying to enjoy a fresh, fire-cooked dinner and you burned your fingers and got juice all over them? I know you bought those super sharp knives from my competitor, but how many times have you cut yourself trying to spear your meat on the knife? I'm so excited to share with you this amazing new invention. It will stab your food, but it won't stab you. So we've started with the problem, spoken about the options that are already on the market, and then finished with what our solution is and how that could benefit our customer. But since we are on a roll, let's not stop here. Solving the problem is the first step, but often we have very limited amount of time to share with our buyers, so we need a fast, reliable sentence that can explain why your solution is the best solution for customers. This is a unique selling proposition, which is also called a USP. A company's USP is the main selling features of a business that make the company better than their competitors. In order to understand your USP, it is important to ensure that we've identified the problem our companies are solving, the alternative solutions, and then defining why your solution is the best. That's what we did when we watched Sarah's video. So also a quick note, while your mission statements and USP may seem like they could be the same, the big difference here is that your mission statement equals your company's goals, and your USP equals how you differentiate between your competitors. So I'm sure you can see why having the competitive analysis in your strategy is really important. Using the problem-solving answers, craft your unique selling proposition. As fun as it is trying to sell a fork, we need to bring this back into our own companies. So here are some steps to create your perfect sales pitch. Number 1, define the problem your company is solving. Number 2, do a comprehensive competitive analysis to understand how you are differentiating your solution. Number 3, create your pitch. Start with highlighting the problem you're solving, explain the options already on the market, and then share how your company can solve the problem the customer is trying to solve and why you are their number 1 choice. And lastly, draft your unique selling proposition so that you're prepared and everybody knows why you are solving their problem. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see a rise on how were forks introduced to the market on Google searches. And please feel free to share your USP on the AWE network. I would love to see it. And good luck selling. Thank you.